What is up, guys? Welcome back and welcome into the channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another design build. Today we're going to be discussing land bridges. Now, land bridges are an amazing way to add depth and intrigue to your island without costing a whole lot to really do it, except for the one that I'm doing today might be a little pricey. Depending on where you are, if you're a billionaire, you won't have any problems. If you're just starting out, this one might be a little more tricky, but maybe you have some friends that can send you the materials, or maybe you're just that awesome and you can do it. Either way, the best of luck with this one, because guys, this one was so much fun to do. Okay, land bridges. So, it acts in the way that a normal bridge does, connecting pieces of your island together. So it's also a really cute way of creating illusion, and that in turn also adds intrigue to your island. So I think that that's really helpful when deciding on whether or not you want to do a land bridge as opposed to a waterscaping bridge. Now I will say that when doing this particular land bridge, you do want to be careful because there is actual illusionist water involved. I would say probably err on the side of not using actual waterscaping next to it, just because the illusion can be lost and a lot of times the coloring might conflict with one another. But let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna walk along my beautiful island. Hello, Lyman. Welcome in. Hi. You're having fun today. It's raining. How fortuitous is that for a video, guys? Alright, guys, take a look at this. Look at this. Okay, so this was about an hour of my life trying to figure out the placement and what worked and what didn't, kind of what I was going for. So this little water bridge right here is a very intricate design. The code for all of the pieces is found under this one creator. I just happened to choose this one piece, but this creator has the entire thing there, including the water kind of going into the tunnel, which I think is such a beautiful effect, and would work a lot, in fairy core and cottage core. It's pretty much a core aesthetic. So it would pretty much, and a water bridge is good anywhere. Come on. So this one is actually fairly long, just because the connection that I needed it to do. You don't have to make yours this long, but it can be, one of those illusion pieces that really kind of tie your island together and give it a little bit of depth and intrigue. The next is this beautiful water right here. This water code design was so hard to find, y'all. I searched Instagram so long. Finally stumbled across Cara, mewseilles. On Instagram, her links are in the description, so please take a peep at her. She's such a wonderful creator and she's got just a wonderful design aesthetic, and I really absolutely love it. She had sourced this particular code tirelessly as well, so it is amazing. I hope you guys utilize it and let me know how it looks. Alright, so the basic design of a land bridge, of course, is just terraforming any kind of length, any kind of width that you want. This one's about 4 or 5 across, and it kind of goes pretty lengthy, just because it's the effect that I wanted it to have. I needed it to be, I needed a presence, and that's what I got. So to kind of give the illusion of it being able to go under and to sort of give that darkness back there, it's really, really simple. It's just a curtain partition in the black variant pushed all the way to the back, and then I use the castle gate in the gray variation, you can actually change it up and put it in almost any color. I think any color would look really cute. Uh, and just kind of make it your own style. You know, I got some duckies in here, I got some mum's cushions. To me, when I looked at the initial inspiration photo, it kind of reminded me of Monet's water lilies painting. So that kind of is what sparked this idea for me. The street lamps here are just sort of as if they were floating within the water, that they were meant to be there. And now with my Roman themed island, obviously we have to give a little bit of creative license here, just kind of pretending that they are the oil lamps, because obviously electricity wasn't around in the Roman period. So we have to kind of give credence where it's due. I just put kind of an incline here just to give a little bit of an onlook. Hi Vic. Vic's going to be a very important member of my Roman community as well, so hello to him. So yeah, I just kind of built this little ledge out here, and when I kind of terraformed this, I didn't really have that initially in mind, so it was one of those last minute additions. The water code was again one that was sourced heavily and on the screen, and it was very I had to actually favorite the creator because I was so afraid of losing it. The land bridge is actually in an interesting sequence I wanted to share with you guys. This is kind of the sequence that it's in, where it's got the 4 on the top and the 3 on the bottom to kind of go on either side, and then it's got the different variations for the water for the tunnel. So I thought that was a very integral part of letting you know kind of the placement, and you know, change it up, make it your own. I mean, if you don't want to add the other part to it, you know, however you want to connect it on your island, I say go for it. So yeah, this nice little runway here in my fashionable toga. Does everybody like my toga? Gotta love the toga, right? Any gray brick will do, I think, just because you're just trying to give some depth and some shading and variation to the coloring that you have going on. I happen to find this brick that I really liked. This creator has a couple of different variations of the same brick. It's actually part of a really large pattern that I just kind of stole from and made in my own. I think that was kind of, you know, that's the biggest thing about designing. You can make things your own in any way you like. You really have not too many rules to abide by, you know, just have fun, and whatever looks good to you. I mean, aesthetically, you're here to please yourself, and if other people like it in the process, then you have a friend for life. I did some iron and stone fencing here. This is completely optional. It is not anything that's a deal breaker. I saw this in Cara's inspiration photo and I thought, wow, just when you're at different angles and you can see sort of the spires of the Iron Gate, just kind of peeking up through the castle gate, you know, it does sort of add that element of grandeur, if you will. Just kind of, sometimes it's harder to see, especially with the one that's so wide. But yeah, and I'm transitioning my island from city core to kind of this Roman village. So when I was doing city core, I really wanted to have consistent fencing, and so I picked the fencing, stayed with it. So that's kind of why there's so much of the iron gate or the iron and stone fencing, sorry, and the hedges, just because it was all about continuity. And maybe with this new Roman themed island, I might not go with it because it could be something completely different. So making it your own is sort of the buzzword of this video. You can do so much with these land bridges. It can be shorter, it can be longer, it can span the entire scope of your island. It can be just a small, connecting your Nook's Cranny to your Able Sisters, or it can be whatever you choose it to be. Have fun with it, and yeah, just go and design. Let's design, guys. We need to bring so much love and so much color back to Animal Crossing, I think. And who doesn't love a yacht? I mean, fishing and boating was so popular in Roman periods. So it's just those little touches that I think are important. Go ahead and hit the like button if you liked the video. Please subscribe and make sure your bell is connected so that you can see any upcoming streams that I have. Thank you guys so much for joining and watching, and I will see you next time.